I hate myself for making you do that. No, we're going back to Haven, and this one's interesting because there's a slight tweak in this Neon comp that's coming back out from OpTic, and we're seeing, you know, finesse not on Breach. And Victor, the way that he was playing this was significantly with Breach's help with the fault lines down this A long, but it's consistently a battle towards this A side. And right away, we're getting this combo that could be treacherous from EG.
I suppose the treachery was met on either side. His kills go back and forth. Com's taking a little bit of damage. He's got the flash to swing out through the smoke and surprise. Everyone's there, and EG are getting all the kills that they need. But with that, it's still 3v2, and it's still a winnable situation. We saw a couple of tour de force shots go just a tad wide. But ultimately, the last one hits, and that's the one that counts.
And let's see. If I wanted any players alive still in a pistol round for OpTic, it'd be Ye and Marked. Ye only has one headhunter shot, though. He'll pick up a ghost, so that nullifies that entirely. The controller with the sentinel on both sides.
You have to be so quiet, no idea of where anyone is.
Yeah, they're just gambling, hoping that OpTic is going to choose to come back towards this. They have the trademark inside a garage to give them a little bit of semblance of security, when that's typically the fast rotate option when you're coming off of A. Go back towards C.
30 seconds left.
They do choose wrong, and this is a long run, so OpTic have all the time in the world to reposition. And actually, that smoke that Apoth put down to help Boostio in that corner not get peeked from a long push might be his last smoke. I'm waiting for the recall to come back potentially, but I don't think there is one. So they could play this as a long plant.
Well, Marv still has 2 stars.
Yeah, there is no star here from Apoth. They can't smoke. Oh, no, it's already down on long.
Yeah. And that's been there. That was there before the rotation happened. Now you see the 2 stars from Marv come through.
They're making it look like it's playing for long. They're making it look like they're both down there, but they're right here in garage. Thankfully, Boostio goes up on that angle. He's going to take it, but that's a 2v1 and the pull.
Gravity well. He got it to half, though. He's going to have to win at this gunfight. There's just not a lot of time. Ye swings out. Or Apoth. He was a sitting duck. OpTic take the pistol.
And a lot of people might look at that and say EG misplayed, you know, the fact that they're not rotating, spreading out, trying to find out where they're going to actually choose to go. But you have to remember, OpTic has a lot of choices there, and EG's choices are not good, right? To split up against 2 players like Marv and Ye is a recipe for disaster. So I honestly like the way that they played that. OpTic just played it to perfection.
Which has almost become commonplace with OpTic in the last couple of months. Again, you see this aggressive look towards A long. It's a 4-stack this way as you see the fast lane go up. The Trailblazer try to provide some safe cover, but Jogamo wanting to go hunting. He's pushed into it. He's pushed into it! And he drops, but Reform's able to get one. Ultimately falls as well. So the site goes in favor of OpTic. Com was trying to find some space to work with. Had no idea there was someone behind him, and now only 2 remaining members of EG will arrive to the site just a bit late.
And honestly, I like that approach from OpTic against EG. It's not a team that's going to be relying on, you know, drive buys or shotgun buys close range on rounds like that to try to get some value out of the low economy. So just brute force your way onto site against what's going to be classics from EG. If that makes sense. So converting on the anti-eco, now they're up with a bonus. Only 1 rifle in the hands of Ye. And they're not going for that A-long take. For good reason. I think they 100% expect Jaw and Reform to pair up with the Season 8 combo. And instead they'll challenge Apoth at long C right off the rip. And garage. Boostio's already gone. They're just going for the patented C-split.
Taking it, but how much can they find? Victor already diving his way in, didn't check logs, and that's exactly where Boostio was. The kill get traded back. On the other side of the smoke, he swings around, he's able to land the shots. Boostio gets 3. As Crashies is left alone. He's not going to be able to do it. EG are on the board.
And that is something that EG has to be able to do just that against. That C-split from OpTic is such a threat. And it leads into that misdirection that Calm was talking about FNS being so good at. because it's so powerful, and they will go to it in rounds just like that where they have a gun disadvantage. And now they'll go back to it. Let's take a look at this C's nade combo. It's paired with a fault line as well from Com.
This will be the first time really it's pushed into it. There's the C's, there's the nade, but he's already gotten past it,
He's
man. Victor
way
just
past it.
zooms way past it. Yeah, and he's able to get one. Tagged up, performed. Ultimately falls.
At the same time, they're pressuring back towards Garage. They net themselves a little damage on Boostio. And also the trademark kill. He's locked out of the site. There's nobody here because they saw from Victor's death 3 players over towards that A side. So they know B's open. That's an instant rotation from OpTic. And it works out beautifully.
Aftershock comes through just a bit late. The swing there was enough to take care of Crashies, but Finesse drops him right back. Marv has taken window control. This is such a difficult spot for EG to get back into. Boostio's weak. Good idea of where Finesse is, and he's right. But even with that, it doesn't matter. 2v2 here, and it almost doesn't feel like that, really. Boostio's 15 HP.
One enemy remaining.
Almost unwinnable for Apoth.
Would have been winnable if he got that kill.
Yeah. You're right. Had he gotten that kill, there was a chance at something there, but
Yeah, that was the
Ultimately not
biggest
the case.
opening. Marv was not even looking at him. He was hands out. Giving him a free shot. But while OpTic might not be good at converting bonus rounds, they are phenomenal in the round that follows, as long as they don't do too much trolling in the anti-eco. Once again, so well played from Finesse in the back of sight. EG, unfortunately, trying to stop this A push from Victor and trying to stop the garage pressure
oh.
from Ye. They didn't have any utility, and it might be one of those situations unfolding again as they are on a light buy. And instantly OpTic gains control of this A long side.
They had Boostio there with the tour de force,
They're
really
going
the
for
one
this.
weapon that they brought into the round. Instantly nullified. With that utility, Reform tries to go hunting, gets a little froggy. Boostio trades it back. Lands there. Oh, the smoke is going to cut off any line of sight he may have had. They have to know he's there.
Spike planted.
They're going to have to clear him out. Yeah, you see
Oh,
Crash
yep.
starts to rotate back. Victor's able to clean him up.
Finesse with the plant got his no command there. I was waiting for the knife to come back up to punish Boostio, because he had to use his TP before any of that went down to get back to his teammates. Such a powerful tool, and I think big reason for the KO pick here.
One enemy remaining.
Spam through. Marv not able to land shots the first time around, but the second time works out just fine as OpTic get to 4.
Really well played there from OpTic to clear out the big problem, which was Boostio. I do like
Right
the
off the bat too, man.
I love the re-exploration though from Boostio for them to even get that kill onto Ye.
Yeah.
Yes, they lost. Who was it? Jaw probably. First to Ye's Vandal. But the other problem is they didn't have anybody to actually capitalize on killing Ye, right? There was nobody actually pushing down mid to be able to flank, anything like that.
There.
Now EG says, yeah, let's push down.
Play, let's play.
It's Boostio leading the charge. 2 players close garage as well. A little bit of
tell they're-
overlap here because Boostio's all the way down there and they're close garage. He's cleared that angle already. And he doesn't even have a TP. Is it right on top of him? No. I already recalled it. So it's a bit odd from EG here, I'd say.
You can tell it almost looked like Ye was expecting some of this aggression through garage. Well, he was almost right. Thinking, yep, that knife's gonna spot him. Yep, now they know. Pop flash, they want to swing out.
Gotta be careful with the re-aggro there from Garage. What a shot from Finesse.
Very well done, and the Nightfall comes through and doesn't find very much. Ye's able to get 2 with the tour de force.
I have the spike.
They do know where Boostio is as well. Meanwhile, they've
Nice.
taken A. All they've got to do is get Ye across.
Lucio's been sitting there all around.
At nightfall, though.
One enemy remaining.
Hello. That is the most toxic thing I've ever heard from an agent. He was sitting there all around, though. You're right. We did see the idea, though, from EG to have those players
10
close
seconds
garage,
left.
have Boostio a really close window.
Spike.
At any point where there's sound, they use the Nightfall, and Boostio pushes fast. Could have been so cool.
Thing is, Tom's angle here, they do have an idea. They had a rough idea. Tom was able to take 2 with him, but ultimately OpTic are going to win out the round. As they get to 5, and EG really kind of continuing some of the struggles that we saw on Breeze, namely their lack of really finding any sort of traction, right? They looked lost again.
Oh, I didn't even realize Finesse didn't even spot Boostio in the first place. So it is a surprise for me. Either way, EG, yeah, they've lost the economic, what they had in terms of guns, back down to eco, and OpTic looked much cleaner in my mind on this map, handling this situation with the way that Finesse is playing this KO and the close range that he's able to get with this knife. So much information before they actually hit. Right there, they saw 3 players again inside that B side.
And OpTic just continue to find him. Continue to find him. You see, the Rolling Thunder was used as Calm now flashes to try to swing his way out. The spike still hasn't made its way out of garage. He's able to take care of Marv, but now with 5 HP, he's not in a position to find much more.
They're gone.
Forms left in this 1v2, and yeah, you're right, they're gone. They're out of there.
They're all ahead when they're pushing back in towards C there. After the initial trade comes out from Apoth and Marved. Everybody else is ahead of that Rolling Thunder from Com, from EG. So really the only value he got was for himself, unfortunately.
Team A.
They're walking into a crossfire. It's looking dire. And this isn't even the half that OpTic is. I mean, they're great overall, don't get me wrong. But they have been really great defensively. And EG just took out one of the best defensive teams that we've had this stage in Ghost. So, moving on to the second half, if they don't start getting rolling right now, even catching up and tying at this point.
That seems so out of reach.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But perhaps this is where they do it, right? E.g., Potter calls a timeout.
Yep. Walk me
Maybe
through
they
it.
find some of the tendencies. I don't know that I can. I think what's difficult too is that the only tendency the only like large tendency I think we've seen out from OpTic is that they don't fully commit to a hit. Right? Like we've seen them a couple times dump a lot of utility, threaten that they're going to go to a site and then flip the map once they have some advantage, once they get some kills. Other than that, they've shown versatility in how they like to hit A, B, C. Like they're showing they can do it all.
Yeah, and I think you are getting at something there, which is EG is spending so much utility early. And Reformed Fade, you don't get another chance to the C's, right? You've got to get that off.
Yeah.
And have value out of it. So the fact that EG is using all this utility, that's what they need to fix. The problem is, when they don't go for that sort of thing, what's going to happen, right? They're just going to get mowed over with the amount of stuff that's getting thrown at them by OpTic. No misdirection here, though, going straight for this A execution.
Boostio's been pushed off an angle twice in this round. You saw him off of A, long right at the beginning, and then as he tries to flee away, he's taken care of. Finesse is going to get the spike down. They do have the Cosmic Divide in the hands of Apoth. Perhaps that's a window to make something happen, but look at this. You've got one, you're not expecting the other, right? Marv's already been taken care of, or Marv's already out, but Victor's still there. Yeah, they're not expecting it. My goodness, it was a trap. It was a brutal one. And EG unawares of what's before them. As OpTic get to 7, a 6-round lead. This is clinical.
Super clinical. You mentioned how Boostio was getting pushed off that angle twice. Then even when Jaw is trying to hold space in defender spawn for his teammates to get off that Astral Wall, to get off the C's, to get off a Haunt, those types of things, they're getting pushed, and the Boombot can't do enough. Jaw is struggling to find any sort of anything. 1 in 7, just like the scoreline.
Maybe something here with the showstopper. Maybe. Light buyout from EG, 2 stingers, and that's it, really. Scraping the bottom of the barrel here for this buy.
And still,
got Boostio up a little bit. He's tucked into Cubby.
I'm also looking at Jaw here with the showstopper possible. They'll re-clear. There you go. Prowler actually clears back on long, and they can start this rotate. But look at this. They just used the Cosmic Divide, but no movement. They're waiting to see, is there going to be something like this from Boostio? They're just baiting everything out that EG can do, but here actually, this is dangerous. It's only 2 players to defend. But they're baiting the plant.
Yeah, the knife, the Roomba, and that was all off of the Haunt being shot, right? They couldn't hear anything because they were on the other side of the Cosmic Divide. That was enough of a clue for them to dump a bit of utility. How many times have we seen EG members get shot in the back?
Yep.
Too many to count. Now the spike's down again on C.
Another plan for OpTic. Another time where EG looks like they have no answer here.
And another no command out from Finesse. They've been prioritizing that ultimate. Yeah, he's playing with the smoke. There's the showstopper. He's able to take care of 1.
Enemy remaining.
That's all it's going to be. Now, Com's left in this 1v2, but this time's not on his side. Upgrade a weapon, try to get away, but... Oh, well. He's able to do that.
No time, no.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be.
Still good performance. Eco situation. And only 2 bullets in this. He's going to go for the kill, but Finesse is... Oh! Woo! Close. Good idea from Com, though. And we've seen EG do some cheeky spams before. But we're going now into the gun round, and this is where the issue has stemmed all series long. They still have not won a gun round, Doug. Still have not won a full gun round. And they've let OpTic plant every single round except for the bonus, where they shut down that push on A. Or on C, sorry. C's nade, but we saw this story before. Actually, it's probably down short, and that actually does deny Victor.
Scout destroyed.
He's running backwards with the flash. It's so good here.
Yep. The Rolling Thunder comes through to take the space back, and you see Reformed who's wanting to push forward. He's got the Haunt. He's able to work his way into main. They're finding the kills that they need. They're finding some space to work with. But the thing is, if Crashies can get out... now he's in a 1v4. I was going to say Finesse had taken some space in the garage.
And they know exactly where he is with that.
Yeah.
C's.
Not expecting Com there. As Com gets 3 on the round, EG gets to 2.
There we go. First gun round on the board for EG, and it's one where Com has to use the Rolling Thunder after they force Victor to go down this A long position to get flashed in. And he does do good for it, but the response. Look how he is. He's stunned up. Com trades, instantly ults. And he's just running it up to try to find anything. AT beat out of the situation. Marv was trying to put a smoke down for himself, but he put it too deep. And the patented OpTic timeout. Up 8-2, you lose the first round. And you go for the timeout to just regroup, make sure nothing is being missed.
Yeah, they throw the brakes on that thing almost instantly. You almost wonder what it is, what kind of discussion's going on there. Hope to be a fly on the wall because, again, it's been so dominant. Ball, you mentioned it. EG have just won their first gun round of the series. Yep. Right, and we're in map 2. We're near the end of the first half of map 2, so things haven't gone very well for EG at all. It's not like OpTic have to make very many adjustments at this point.
Yeah, they can stick with the way that they've been playing, to be honest. I think in that last round specifically, instances don't necessarily go in the direction that they're hoping for. I do like the adjustment from EG that they've made since their timeout, since Potter called that, which has been leave Com here with Jaw, right? Make sure that he can be traded. Going back towards the C-split, but it's just a feint. Look at the spike. It's already rotating back. No utility spent from EG to hold on to this. So this is, even though they lost garage control, a good start.
They did, Reform did use one Prowler into short, and it looked like they wanted to challenge for that. Fault line was used, the aftershock as well from Com, so they dumped a little bit into fighting for a main. Oh, yay, on the challenge. He's not able to land. Shot traps away, but once again, we see OpTic taking care of a member of EG, running away. Com falls.
And rotating all the way back. Boostier's going to hear this. He already does. Good angle
He's
from
sandwiched.
him. Is there a knife from Finesse? No, it's all the way back side. So, a double!
Oh, we got a collat!
Down, C.
Oh, that's exactly what EG needed. And he was in a world of hurt. They didn't have window control. They were barreling down C long, but he manages to get away and get the kills that he needs. And all of a sudden, Ye finds himself in a 1v4, which we haven't said really at all this series. And he falls. Boostio with 3 on the round with 2 bullets as EG get to 3.
Last round in the half.
And that was clean. We talked about how they didn't spend anything to hold on to the space that they wanted to, and that double was the nail in the coffin. Marv's not in a position to actually trade back the TP.
What is that hit on Victor?
Don't question
Her
it.
hair.
Don't question it.
I guess.
There. There.
Last round of the first half here on Haven. EG seemed to have found some footing. So they've won the last 2 rounds. This is the first time we've seen Senator Palpatine try to find some space here. You see Victor pushing forward. Not finding anything quite yet. Just on the other side, there it is. He's able to get one. And just like that, they thought there was some room for EG.
Why is
Jogamo falls apart. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no idea. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.
Switching sides.
It's a dire situation for EG, but not completely hopeless. 9-3 is the score, and Doug, you talked about it yesterday. You put me on the spot. And you know what? I'll stick with my guns. The 9-3 curse does not exist, and I feel very comfortable saying that.
Bro, surely it doesn't exist here, right? Like, it's just been so dominant this entire series that this has to be where the conversation of the curse dies.
See, that's exactly what 9-3 curse believers
that's what
say,
they want.
Right? Selective with their sample size. Well, either way, OpTic now on the defensive side, and we saw what they did on Breeze. It was utter domination on so many levels. But this is where I think things will get interesting, because I don't think Victor has the same support that he has on A-Long without this breach on this side.
But it may not have mattered. He almost got caught with that gravity wall too, but he's able to teleport away. Jogmo and the rest of EG have taken some space B. They try to push their fight out towards A-Link. That's exactly what they're going to do. You see the Trailblazer and the Prowler passing right by each other, and Ye gets 2.
There's a collat revenge.
They've got to be careful here because OpTic are coming fast, man. The flurry with which they retake sites is so devastating. Com's left alone. It's 1v4. The one benefit is they don't know where he is, but now the position's been given up. And they clean him up as Finesse gets infused. OpTic get to 10.
Make it 2 pistol rounds, 1 on this map for OpTic.
And 3 or 4 in the series, yeah.
3 or 4 on the series, exactly. We talked about the win condition for EG, and unfortunately, one of them is completely missing. Well, actually, I'm...
More than one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the scoreboard right now is telling some of the other missing win conditions. And that is interesting because EG is historically so good on pistol rounds, and this is the first time they've lost both in a map. This entire stage.
That's insane. That's actually insane. Got a little bit of force, a little something coming out of EG. You've got a Spectre, a Stinger. I missed what Jogamo had. He's dead.
Desperation is what he had. He took it to the grave with him too.
Yeah, it didn't amount for much. See Khan with the spike just on the other side of garage. They haven't taken very much space anywhere else on the map. Gonna test the waters A-Long. Nothing spotted. Except for that.
Just boost here, though. And it is calling the rotates over. Marv has put a star to help Crashes in this situation, assist him. When they do pop out here, you could play on so many different angles.
Roll!
Just jumping, man. Poor guy. Marv is out on the site.
Yoinked out of the sky. Marv playing into smoke is able to take care of Reform. Swings out, tries to find another. The clip runs dry, and ultimately he's met with his demise. And of course, Victor dashing around. Wouldn't be Neon if we didn't see things like that. Victor gets 4 on the round. OpTic are going to get to 11.
I don't think even I was like sitting there wondering, like, okay, EG's doing great. Booster just hit that shot. But the entire time, that was them almost taking out another Thrifty against OpTic here. I mean, Victor goes for a hero play by dashing with the Spectre out of that smoke in time when the planter is occupied planting the spike. So he's able to have just isolated fights, run and gunning with the Spectre. But they're only able to invest back 2 Vandals in this situation. No bonus available for OpTic. But also the force that happened last round for EG is not leaving them with many options either. And they'll use their final timeout to try to claw something together.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how OpTic choose to play this. Victor is 1 point away from having his ult. So perhaps they try to prioritize the orb down a long to Victor and then get him the ult, drop the Vandal, because I want to say he was one of the ones holding the 2 Vandals, or holding one of the 2 Vandals. So we'll see how they choose to play this out. EG call a timeout as they feel time running out.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised as well. No, he doesn't have the ult online. Thought he might have overdrive.
No, he's 1 point away from it.
Yeah. And there's really not even much to talk about at this point. The fact that OpTic is right close to match point, EG obviously doesn't want to let them get even to overtime points. They haven't seen much, right? All they've seen is Victor dashing through smokes at them.
Yeah. And good luck countering that.
Well, he has a Vandal this time, so not as effective. But you're right. As soon as he gets 1 kill, 1 orb, something. Just completely denies the drone utility here.
Yeah, the Roomba, the Prowler, nothing, man. And then the Flash to make sure they don't take the space at all. Such good denial out from OpTic.
And that was what EG was missing on their own defensive side, right? The utility was used, but OpTic was always a step further. So it was never denying anything. Second Prowler out as well to clear down short. Doesn't see anybody aggroed, and he did that from quite a ways away, so this team still spread towards the B side, towards the C side. But instantly again, there's a response from OpTic. It's a dog down short and a flash down long. So the rotate that was coming over, Victor was walking over, Finesse was walking over, is immediately back towards their old jobs. 35 seconds. EG has just wiped the clock down because OpTic's responses are so good.
30 seconds left.
I mean, Crashy single-handedly cleared all of A main in that moment, and now that's exactly where EG are heading right back. Calm with the fault line. I don't think it's going to tag anyone. There's no one on site. Haunt's there.
Marv has pushed down C, and the rotate is literally here already before the plant comes
10 seconds left.
Victor dashes through. You said it might not be as effective. It seems to net the same results. He's got that ultimate online, 46 HP, no armor to his name. Smoke keeping him alive, at least for now, as the spams come through. Finesse looking to get Froggy, wanting to swing around. It's actually Ye who gets 2 there, and Apos is going to have to hold things back on his own. It's not happening this time. OpTic gets to 12 as Finesse gets the defuse.
Clean retake and clean read of the round. Making OpTic in general look so masterful in their understanding of how EG's playing this.
Think that would work.
Everything they threw was denied. We talked about the Prowler, the Boombot in Garage. We talked about the second Prowler down sewers. And then this shot as well. As soon as Victor gets that kill on Boostio, they wait a couple seconds, see are they actually walking up B with him, and then Marv aggro's down C long. With no noise heard from him, he's comfortable making that play. And they get all the information. There's no trademark available. And the flank didn't even need to happen, but that was also fail-safe for OpTic in the case that that hit doesn't go as well. Look at this nade lineup. Going to be used to get Victor and Crashies A lot of space up towards long end.
The double satchel through, but Victor shows that he can play just as fast. Jogamos has gotten an opener, which is great.
So cool for him to punish on the backside.
Oh, Jogamo had no idea. The space that he had taken ended up being his demise. Crashy's waiting for the flank out, the swing out from Reformed. It's not going to find any value. Perhaps the Rolling Thunder will as they try to swing out with it, but it's a shot. No way. The rematch record remains unblemished. As this an O as OpTic 2-0 EG, and that was ugly. That was ugly.
Brutal. Yep. Just brutal. It was ugly on the side. Oh, actually, no. To be honest, like let's take that a step back. It wasn't ugly on the side of EG. It was just brilliant from OpTic, right? So beautiful is what I would say to watch this, but ugly in terms of the devastation that they just brought upon EG.
Yeah, man, they put the hurt on him. They whooped him. They whooped him bad. None of the win conditions were there on the side of EG, and, you know, we touched on it a couple of times. It seems like OpTic take losses personally. In rematches, they show up with a little extra oomph, and that extra oomph netted them. That's got to be the most dominant match we've probably seen this stage, right?
Yeah. Oh, probably, at least in playoffs as well. I think EG Ghost was pretty good as well. But, yeah, for sure. And they net themselves a match against XSET for a trip to Copenhagen.